Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor. Really grateful to have you here. And in today's video, I'm actually just going to be going over my experience at a rack store visit I recently did. Ran into Ross and Marshall's, and Ross was kind of empty on both its men's and women's fragrances, but I walked up down the street a little bit and got myself into Marshall's. It's been a really long time since I've done a rack store visit. I usually buy most of my fragrances online because the online discounters tend to have better prices than the rack stores. There's about 3 brands that I really look for out at the rack stores, and that's Banana Republic, The Art of Shaving, and Commodity Fragrances. So I just wanted to share a little bit about what I found today. I didn't take a video while I was out at the rack store. I kind of wish I would have, but I took a few pictures, and I'll put those up here as I'm getting into the story. But starting off, I just wanted to go over my scent of the day. That is Pasha Cartier Parfum. So I put this on, and I was wearing this as I was heading out to the rack store, catching nice whiffs of this, walking around. It's really cold, about like 25 degrees Fahrenheit. So this was a nice accent to the trip up and down the sidewalk between Ross and Marshall's. So I get in there, and I walk over to the men's fragrance section, and they didn't really have much. I did get to sample Calvin Klein Defy Eau de Parfum. Somebody had gotten there before me and opened it up and broken through the cellophane, and it was there was an open box of that sitting there, so I went through the liberty of kind of sniffing the atomizer since I had the opportunity. It's pretty good. Don't know if it was worth purchasing. I didn't really look at the price just because the scent profile didn't wow me per se, but I know that that's been one that's a new release and it's been getting talked about a little bit. But what I did find in the men's section, and I kind of wish I would have bought one, there was like 3 of them on the shelf there. So I might go back and get one, but I definitely recommend this. I saw them going on eBay for around like $35 to $40. I still think it's an incredible deal for this fragrance. I think it's called Black Leather by Shield, or it says Shield Black Leather is the name of the fragrance. I don't know exactly who the house is. I think it's a Middle Eastern fragrance, but this thing, at least off the atomizer, was 99.9% identical to Tom Ford's Ombre leather. So definitely, I'll put a picture of it up over here. I did take a picture of it. It was going for under 15 bucks. Incredible price. I came home and did a little bit more research, and the people that experienced that fragrance also out at the rack store says that it lasts on them like 10 to 12 hours. So it sounds like the performance is there. The scent profile and the atomizer was identical to my nose to Tom Ford's Ombre leather. And that's one of my favorite fragrances, so I'm looking to possibly, like I said, going back and picking up one of those bottles. My budget was a little bit tight, so I didn't grab it because I did find something else in the women's section, which was a really nice pickup. I did do a little bit of spending recently. I got a really good deal on Jean Paul Gaultier Les Mâles Les Parfums. So I think Joma Shop's doing a coupon deal for that right now, so you can get it for like around $70 and $76 after shipping. So I think that sale's only going on through the weekend, I would say. So if you've been hoping to get that fragrance, I think that's a pretty good price. I, however, managed to find it for around 60, a little bit under 70 on fragrancebuy.ca. However, I needed a little bit more to push myself into $100 to get free shipping from fragrancebuy.ca. So I actually found they had one in stock. It was a pre-owned, returned bottle of the new Pour Homme de Caron Le Soir, I think. It just means like of the night. So I got that for like $65 as well, which was a really nice steal of a price. So I got both of those for around $65, and then I bought Issey Miyake Aura and Sens. It's kind of like a rose incense fragrance. So that was like my budget for the month of February, basically. I mean, it's not quite February yet, but that's all the spending I think I'm really going to have. So I was already pushing it and picking up this fragrance that I found in the women's section, so I don't want to delay this any longer. So I went over there to the women's section, and Shout out to Gerard George. You were kind of my inspiration for going out to the rack store. I saw that you've had quite a few good finds there recently, so I was like, well, you know, maybe I can go in there and get myself like a Banana Republic. Hopefully there'd be like a dark cherry and amber in there or something, because I've been wanting to pick that fragrance up. Shout out to T Smellgood. He's been touting that one on his weekly fragrance rotation, and I've been really interested in it. I've seen it online going for around $50, but I know if you find them in the rack stores, they're like 25. So I was hoping to find one of those there, but to my surprise, I got over the women's section and ran into this fragrance, Bergamot from Commodity Fragrances. So this is my first fragrance from the house of Commodity. They actually had the Vetiver one. I think Gerard George got both of those, the Bergamot and the Vetiver, from his rack store haul while he was there. I did a little bit of research while I was standing there, and it looked like the ratings on this one were a little bit better than the Vetiver. And like I said, my budget was already a little constrained. Luckily, when I got to checkout, I remembered I had a $25 Visa gift card from like Christmas stocking stuffer. So I ended up actually paying like is $35 for this, and then I had that gift card, so it was like $12 after tax that I picked this up for. So I'm just gonna give I'm gonna unbox and give a first impressions of this real quick. Shout out to Ryan at Grown Man Style. Also was an inspiration for me to get into the rack store. He's got a lot of back in the rack videos that he does, especially on his shorts. So I've been meaning to want to get in the rack store. Him and Gerard George both kind of been giving me the inspiration to head out there. So I do already have the Pasha Cartier on skin right now, so I'm just going to spray this one on paper, probably just inside the box, and kind of get a feel for what this fragrance is all about. Like I said, the first fragrance of mine from the house of Commodity. I've been really interested in checking out the milk and the velvet and the moss, I think, are all the ones that kind of been catching my eye from this line. Yeah, here's the bottle. Really nice presentation. I rather enjoy it. It's got the brand name on the back there, and then you know, just Bergamot on the front sticker here. Let's see, cap doesn't, so it's easy to pick it up by the cap. Really nice snug fit. Really bergamot colored juice. So I think they, you know, it's looking very much like a bright citrusy style fragrance. Probably looking forward to wearing this in the spring and summer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it inside the box here just to get my initial impressions. Nice 3 sprays, really nice sprayer. I'll just kind of see if I can't give a look at that. A little bit narrow, but okay. So in the air, this is coming off really beautiful. Oh wow, yeah, it's photorealistic citrus. It feels like cutting right into like a it's lemon, bergamot, orange, lime, like a whole fruit medley, like a fruit bowl, fruit salad kind of, or a citrus salad, I should say. I'm not like getting any like melon or strawberry or blueberry, that kind of fruity sensation, mango. Yeah, super tart, very bright, very uplifting. Again, this isn't on skin, it's just on paper. Sorry if it's kind of awkward with me swinging this box around. You know what? I am going to put a little bit on my forearm here. It's clean skin, so I'm just going to go ahead and get another shot of the atomizer. Yeah, like I said, a little bit narrow on the atomizer, but I'm going to let that kind of settle in for a minute. Bergamot gives me a little bit of a reminder of Mont Blanc Explorer. That type of bergamot is what this is reminiscent of for me at the moment, without like the woody aspects. Yeah, just feels very much like almost like sucking on a lemon. Like it's just a very sour citrus, but it's not quite linear, because like I said, it's like a whole medley of citruses going on, so it's not like a monotone fragrance really. Feels a little bit light on the skin. It seems like the longevity might not be the greatest, or that it might burn up kind of quickly. It is an eau de parfum concentration though. But citrus fragrances I don't really expect that much out of, just because they do tend to have so-so longevity. But yeah, I mean, probably the best $12 that I've spent on a fragrance, or, you know, it was $35, but I had that gift card. And probably, I don't know, I'm sure there might be some cheapies that I've got that might be contending with this, you know, like the Bentley Eau de Toilette and Intense are both kind of like masterpiece cheapies. But the quality in here is superb. Definitely keep an eye out at your rack stores for, like I said, Commodity Fragrances, Banana Republic, and The Art of Shaving, I think, are really the three brands where their price at discounters are going to be better than the ones that you find online at like Mercari, eBay, and other discounters. There's a little bit of like something floral in here as well, like now that the top notes are kind of coming down. I don't know the exact notes in here. I don't think it's neroli, but it could be. Maybe a little bit of vetiver. Yeah, just very bright, uplifting, beautiful, photorealistic citrus. Definitely looking forward to getting some more wears with this one. I might wear it like out of the shower before the summer gets here, just to kind of get a better feel for it. But yeah, really awesome find. And then, like I said, definitely check out that Shield Black Leather. I am fully intending on going to try and score a bottle of that. I would totally consider that one of the best cheapies that you can possibly get your hands on. Like, I haven't smelled the Alhambra Deep Leather or the Armaf Rare Carbon, but I can't imagine them being any better than that Shield Black Leather in terms of scent profile or price, because I think under $15 is still blowing the other two clones out of the water. And I think the Shield Black Leather bottle has a more beautiful presentation than either of those two, even though that Deep Leather, the Mason Alhambra Deep Leather, looks almost like the Tom Ford Ombre Leather bottle, but it's just kind of a little bit, you can tell it's just like a cheap knockoff because it's just got that print on there, that text print. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that Shield Black Leather. Definitely go check the rack store for those and keep an eye out for it, because it's totally, like I said, I own both Tom Ford Ombre Leather and the Parfum version, and I'm willing to go out and score one of those bottles of that Shield. I wish I would have grabbed one already. Hopefully it'll still be there, but... And then definitely, like I said, found this in the women's section, so make sure to check your women's sections at your rack stores, because a lot of the times they'll put the unisex fragrances over there, and I would not have scored this for the price that I did had I not gone over there and checked out their selection. So I appreciate you sticking with me and listening to my rack store tale here. I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.